Alright, here we are for round number 4. We're playing against Killer SUV. We're on the draw here. We've got a pretty decent hand here. We've got a bunch of removal. Got both my colors. Seems okay. Obviously, this hand is much better against decks that removal is important against, so hopefully this is mono red. Yep. If we could draw a Disfigure, that would be a nice start. Dismal Backwater is a pretty good draw too. That means I'm probably going to be able to cycle this Lonely Sandbar at some point. Won't be right away, but at some point we'll be able to. So our hand is a little slow against a really good red deck wins draw, but if our opponent is on kind of an average draw, then we'll be okay. If they only can add 2 more power this turn, we'll be in great shape, or if they can only add, yeah, even if it's with haste, that's not a big deal. Alright, so don't really want to hold up Counterspell yet, I don't think. I'd like to get some of these, well, yeah, they have to cast a creature spell in order to attack, so I guess I'll just hold up Counterspell this turn, and I do have Doomblade. If they don't attack with, if they don't play anything, I'll just Doomblade this guy. So one of the important things with this deck is that your edicts, your removal spells are always good, but your actually Counterspell is really nice here. So your removal spells are always good, but your counterspells are not always good. So it's nice to get them out of your hand at some point early in the game. Alright, let's go ahead and preordain. I'd like to hit, yeah, both of these are perfect. So go ahead and play my swamp. I'm going to go ahead and just pass. It is a little questionable to do this way, but as you can see now my opponent can't even attack here with this guy, and if I just edicted it away, I would have still gotten hit for 2, so this saved me 2 life doing it this way. And I can just edict this guy away next turn. Yep, a bolt and a fire blast. So saving us the 2 life, it's looking like that could easily win us this game. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Seagate Oracle. I don't think my opponent would need to have like land plus Heel Cutter to really punish us for this. So I definitely want the Dismal Backwater here. Gonna play that out. Pass the turn. We are dead to a Bolt plus Fire Blast here. Valley Dasher is fine. I'm going to go ahead and edict both of these away next turn and play my Lonely Sandbar tapped, probably. Be most likely my play. So we're getting hit for 2 here, down to 5. So the Dismal Backwater might save us the game if they have Fire Blast. You know, it's possible that he'll Fire Blast my Seagate Oracle here in order to get in for 2 more damage. Might have been what he was considering. Alright, Aqueduct is pretty good. Go ahead and edict, then edict again, and I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Backwater to gain 1 more life. I'm not going to attack just in case they have another Valley Dasher coming up. So I got 5 mana in play here. The benefit of picking up an untapped land is I can evoke the Mulldrifter and Ghostly Flicker next turn. I think that's actually probably worth it, so I'll just go ahead and pick that up instead of gaining the life. Not attacking, like I said. See what our opponent's got here, another Valley Dasher and a land. Smart to play that out just in case I draw a Chittering Rats. This figure is pretty good. That actually makes me want to play the Mulldrifter out and then just leave up the Disfigure. Reason being, I still don't want to get hit by a Goblin Heel Cutter. That could really hurt me. So I think this is fine. I'm not going to attack again. I'll probably start attacking next turn though. One benefit of playing the deck that we're playing is your opponents can't bluff stuff. Like, they just have to They just have to play their stuff out. So I'm just going to disfigure this Valley Dasher. I don't really need to, but there's also not a big reason not to. So this guy can block still, so just going to attack with my Mulldrifter here. And since I have this exclude, I think I'm going to flicker both of these right away. I'm at 5, so that means they don't have any burn spells that can kill me. It's actually possible I should just attack with both of these and disfigure this guy, just to start getting the clock going. Just because if they draw some more burn spells, I might be dead. And I think I changed my mind. I will actually do that. And then I probably won't flicker. Well, no, I'm changing my mind back. I'm gonna go ahead and just attack with the Mulldrifter. Then I'm gonna flicker these both, and we'll see what I draw. Then I'll hold up exclude plus disfigure. So my reasoning for this is if my opponent just passes the turn, then if I go to Ghostly Flicker these and he bolts my Mulldrifter, I lose a lot of value if that happens, and I don't want that to happen. So you should always stack your Seagate Oracle first, so you draw with your Mulldrifter, and then you know which card you'd rather get from your Seagate Oracle. I'd rather get a Flicker. I don't really need another Swamp at this point. So I could disfigure this guy, but I'm not going to. Alright. I might at some point need to flicker both of these to gain some more life, but I'm not to that point yet. Jackal Familiar, okay. Not going to exclude that, it just doesn't matter. I will exclude that guy, and then I'll flicker both of these again. Alright. Doomblade is good. Counterspell is kind of what I was actually really looking for. What I really need is an Archaeomancer. That would be a really nice one to get. So I'm looking for Archaeomancer, so I guess I'll play Seagate Oracle. I want to hold up Counterspell here. I tapped this wrong slightly. I should have probably tapped my Aqueduct plus a Swamp, but I want to pick this up with my Aqueduct, so maybe I didn't tap it wrong. The Familiar can't block here, so I'll just I can just attack in with these guys. Alright, another Counterspell is good. So we should have pretty much have this locked up at this point. I don't really need to, but I also don't want to discard, so I'm just going to disfigure this guy. It doesn't really do anything, but I didn't feel like discarding, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So creatures I'll probably exclude. Burn spells I'll probably let resolve. Since I'm at 5, none of their burn spells kill me. I don't really need to worry about it. Opponent's draw is a little too slow, and we had a few too many removal spells early in the game. I've still got these 2 Chainer's Edicts in the graveyard if they draw any creatures. Chain Lightning me. Chain Lightning is okay. Going to 2 is not a problem. Because 2 is not 0. I'm not going to counter anything that doesn't kill me this turn. You never know. I don't think they have anything that deals 5 damage, but you know, better to keep the counter spell for the spell that deals 5 damage rather than the one that just deals you the 3. Alright, let's go ahead and cycle this. Do another land. So now we are out of Magma Jet range. Go ahead and play this rat, get the clock going a little more. Alright, and then this will put us out of bolt range next turn. See what our opponent has. Burning Tree Emissary doesn't really do anything. I guess I'll just exclude it. With the advent of Burning Tree Emissary, now I know that Doomblade is going to kill all their creatures because they don't have Rakdos Shred Freak anymore for me to worry about. Feel pretty safe here. I don't think they could draw anything that would kill me. Especially now that I'm at 4. If I were at 2, no, they're only at 3 mana. Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing in the format that can get through double counterspell. I don't think there's a single uncounterable spell in Pauper. I'm not positive. I know there are no split second spells. I don't think there's anything that's uncounterable. Opponent's kind of taking a while. I wonder if they're double queued or something, or maybe they're just playing a little slow. We got a little bad connection. Not really an issue for mono red. So, got our opponent on 2-turn clock. We got 6 power. Just gonna finish him off real quick. So, I guess I could talk about sideboarding a little bit while I'm waiting here. So, gonna want, obviously, these 4 Hydroblast. Shrivel doesn't really kill anything. As you can see, this game they didn't play a single creature that dies to Shrivel other than this guy, and only if there are no other creatures. Relic does nothing, so we're going to bring in the Echoing Decay and the 4 Hydroblasts. I do have to decide if I want to bring in Dispel, and usually the answer to that is no. They do have some instance, like they're probably playing 4 Bolt and some number of Fire Blast, and some of these have been playing Magma Jet, though I think if they're playing Chain Lightning, they're probably not playing Magma Jet. So I don't think we really want Dispel. Going to be boarding out some counter spells and some expensive stuff, so I don't really want Counterspell. Probably board out the Exclude. Yeah, okay, just counter this, and we'll be done with it. Yeah, that was all they needed to see. So, gotta figure out exactly what I'm all taking out. So, 4 Hydroblast in, and the Echoing Decay. Something to be said for these witches as well, they do block. They don't really kill much of anything, but being a 1/3 is actually fairly valuable against this deck, so that's something to consider. Things I want to take out, I want to take out the expensive stuff. I want to take out Reaping the Graves, Exclude, 1 counterspell at least. We've already got, these are all counterspells and removal spells, so I don't really want to leave in these slow counterspells. They'll just run us over. Ghostly Flicker a little slow, and then Muldrifter I think a little slow too. So I think that's what it's going to be. So I'm taking out our late game value engine. I'm taking out 2 kind of slower counterspell cards. Taking out Ghostly Flicker, another late game engine thing, and then Muldrifter is like late game card advantage as well. So bringing these in. I don't think I want the other stuff. I think what I have in here is better. I have a lot of removal at this point. I don't think that the witches are really necessary, and they can't. It's kind of tough to cast them on turn 2. So I think I'm pretty happy with this. I do like having access to 1 Ghostly Flicker, just so it is possible to lock them out if I really need to, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. So our opponent's on the play this game. I wouldn't be surprised if we lost this game to a fast draw, but I think when we're on the play, it's going to be really hard for us to lose. This hand is kind of slow, but I think I'm going to keep it. We have some life gain. If they have a fast draw, though, they are going to run us over with this hand. Just like 2 mana removal is too slow against a deck that's full of only creatures that cost 1. So that's kind of where we're at this point. I'm probably going to have to discard as well at some point. But sometimes this deck stumbles, like if they miss a land drop. It's very common to keep a 1-lane hand with this deck. Valley Dasher is a good start for them. So let's go ahead and I think I'm definitely going to cast a Preordain. Okay, I definitely don't want Counterspell at all. I don't think I really have time for this Aqueduct either, so I'll put that on the bottom. Drew a Deadweight is a pretty good draw. So next turn, I think I'll just play the Backwater. Next turn I will Deadweight and Preordain and then play the Aqueduct, so I don't have to discard here. I very well may need all of these cards. If we draw an untapped land, we'll be able to kill 2 things, which would be really nice. They do need to keep casting creatures every turn. Alright, another haste creature is pretty bad for us. Echoing Decay means it's not bad for us anymore. I do have to play this right now if I want to play my land, so I don't get to get sweet value if they cast another one next turn, but it is what it is. That was a great draw. That was almost certainly the best draw on our deck. Let's see if they have another one. Nope, Bushwhacker. So, it's a lot of damage. I think I'm going to go ahead and just kill both their creatures here. Deadweight that one. I'm going to go ahead and take the one from this guy. Yeah, so we're lucky our opponent didn't have a Burning Tree Emissary, otherwise we would almost certainly be dead here by now. Inner Flame Acolyte is an interesting one. Definitely going to let him do that. If we get lucky, he'll do it again. I'm assuming my opponent has some number of burn spells, and that's why they're making this play. And they must not have any. They must not have any 1-drops. Otherwise, they should have played a 1-drop and then used this. I was hoping they would maybe spew off another one of these, but it didn't happen. Alright, Doomblade that guy. Alright, we drew land, pretty good draw. I'm going to go ahead, I think, and Preordain and then cast a Rat. See what we draw here. I don't think I need these lands. 5 mana should be enough for most things. It's possible I should have tried to cast a Seagate Oracle to find a Hydroblast here, because we might just be dead to double burn spells. Actually, I'd be pretty surprised if we weren't dead to double burn spells here. Okay, we live. Let's go ahead. I don't have any counter spells in here, so no real reason to play the Archaeomancer at this point. I'm going to play a Seagate Oracle. I wish I had that counter spell now that I put on the bottom, but I don't think you can really play that way. Like, if our opponent just had one more creature or anything, like if they just had another mana and then played this, we would have really needed to have some removal. So I wonder what our opponent's sitting on. If they were playing around Hydroblast last turn or not. They're kind of at a point where they might not be able to play around Hydroblast anymore. I guess I'll grab this Sandbar. This is an interesting one. I can play another Seagate or I can cycle this. The only way I can beat another burn spell is by cycling this, so I'm gonna do that. Alright, so now I can play around a not attacking. Now I can play around a Magma Jet if they have one. Curse of the Pierceheart. Jeez. Wow. Alright. Well. I guess I'll play this Muldrifter. Need to draw a Hydroblast. Okay, we drew one. I'm gonna go ahead and play this so I can hold up Counterspell. I am willing to take one more from this in order to hold up counterspell this turn. Because I'm going to be able to get the Hydroblast back with my Archaeomancer. Okay. That was a great draw. All these counterspells looking pretty good, I guess, at this point. Alright, so let's go ahead and Hydroblast that. The reason I'm doing it now is because I want to pick this up with my Aqueduct. Okay. I do want to hold up double counterspell for the rest of the game pretty much, so not going to cast anything here. See if my opponent plays this turn. Fortunately, I don't have just removal. I have to use an actual factual counterspell on that. So next turn I'll be able to, okay, played around it all pretty well. Gonna be able to get back Hydroblast with my Archaeomancer. Yeah, that's game. That is game over, friend. Alright, we did it. We beat Mono Red. So I think this matchup is better than Stompy, and I think we have a pretty decent matchup against Stompy just because our Hydroblasts are such a beating against them. They double as counterspells and removal spells. I think holding up counterspell there won me the game. So if we had just like tapped low and played our Hydroblast on the curse that turn and not had counterspell up, or if our opponent had gone for it, we would have lost. So I think that was probably a good play to go to 1 there. Luckily the Dismal Backwater kept us alive. Pretty good one. So we secured a treasure chest. Let's see if we can get another 4-1.